Hey friends, the age of outward appearances is now officially over. And we are also arriving in the age of technology where it is almost exclusively about the inner values. Samsung unveiled its new flagship lineup for 2024 quite early this year, and what was presented there is what Samsung itself calls a paradigm shift in communication, creativity and entertainment. And quite honestly, I don't think that's an exaggeration. Because in 2024, Samsung's focus will clearly be on the new Galaxy AI and its smart functions. But before we get to these groundbreaking new AI functions, I would still like to briefly introduce you to the new hardware for AI, because it is of course still at least a little bit new. Samsung has remained true to the lineup from the last few years and has once again released 3 different models. The 6.2-inch S24, the S24 Plus with 6.7 inches and the flagship S24 Ultra with 6.8 inches. The differences to the Galaxy S23 models are straightforward. The display of the Galaxy S24 Ultra is no longer rounded, but, like the other models, it's now completely flat. As the display edge has also shrunk by 15%, it is now much easier to write on the edges with the pen. Like the new iPhone, the S24 Ultra now has a titanium frame, which is supposed to be much more robust and durable than a stainless steel frame. The S24 and S24 Plus, on the other hand, have a very flat armor aluminum frame, which gives the devices an extremely modern and edgy look. Overall, the workmanship is again extremely high quality. Let's move on to the processors, and here's a real bummer. While the S24 Ultra comes with a brand new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, the S24 and S24 Plus are equipped with a new generation of the in-house Exynos 2400, which is supposed to be at the same level as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. I'm really looking forward to the first tests and sincerely hope that Samsung doesn't experience another debacle like the S22 Ultra, where the Exynos was last used in the flagship. However, there's also some positive news when it comes to prices. The basic model, which is available in the smallest version with 128 GB, costs €899, €50 less than its predecessor, and the Plus model, which is available from 265 GB, also costs €50 less at €1,149. Only with the S24 Ultra do you pay a whopping €1,494 for the 265 GB, which is €50 more than last year. We'll get to the real highlights of this year in a moment, but before that I'd like to say that there will be detailed test and comparison of all the devices on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe. You can pre-order the devices from today, and there are really cool discount and trade-in promotions again. For that, you can find the link in the video description. And now let's go to what Samsung has really focused on in 2024, namely the Galaxy AI. For me personally, one particular AI feature was the absolute highlight, which really blew me away during the presentation. The S24 devices feature automatic live translation during a phone call. You have to let that sink in. So you speak into the phone in German, and the person you're talking to in Hawaii hears it in the finest Hawaiian and vice versa. And only one of the call partners needs to have an S24. The other phone can even be a landline. Friends, this is a milestone in international communication, and you no longer have to worry about your English skills or those of the other person. Another AI feature concerning communication is the new writing assistant in the Samsung keyboard. If you have a written message, you can have the text automatically adapted to the occasion before sending it. So if you usually write things like "Yo bro" and "Thank you leak," the AI will automatically change it to "Dear sir or madam" and "With respectful regards," and you will appear at least 5 IQ points smarter to your counterpart. But seriously, this of course simplifies official communication enormously, even for people who may have a reading and spelling disability or simply people who find it extremely difficult to formulate. The way we search for information has also been further enhanced with Galaxy AI. Samsung has developed the Circle to Search function together with Google. This means that from now on, if you see something on your screen, a landscape that you want to know where it is, an animal you don't know, or a fancy new pair of sneakers, you can simply circle it and Google will spit out the corresponding search results. This is a further development of Google Lens, where you could already analyze the image content and search for it. With the Circle to Search, this has now become even easier and more specific, and above all, you don't have to take a screenshot first so that it can be processed by Google Lens. These 3 points are definitely the current highlights of Galaxy AI for me. But there are also other new AI functions, at least for Galaxy users, that we already know from the Pixel 8. For example, the automatic summarization of transcripts and the ability to move, resize or completely delete objects in a photo. Another new feature is that when you straighten a photo, the resulting edges are recalculated based on AI, so that your image does not have to be cropped. That's really practical. There's one more thing that Samsung really catches up with Google. With the S24, Samsung is offering 7 years of OS and security updates for the first time, which I think is a big and important step towards sustainability. That was a first overview of the innovations that Samsung presented at its Unpacked event. As I said, there will be reviews for all devices and I'm really looking forward to test all the new AI functions. Friends, thank you so much for watching. Bye and see you next time. Mwah.